Hi everyone, it's John here, Music Junkie, MUSIC_JUNKIE, all one word with the underscore, all small letters. So I'm on the Biggest Loser Challenge Yellow Lightning team, and we're in our Spring Melt-Off Challenge right now. And as one of the co-leaders and the one running our Spring Nutrition Club, I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about the topics we've been discussing. Each week has a specific theme to our nutrition club that's going to build more information into your nutrition library and vocabulary. I've been posting articles and information about each of the topics and trying to lead the discussion in each of the topics as to, allow people to have a chat. The chatting hasn't been so very extensive, but the articles and stuff are there, and I hope my yellow team is reading them. And please, yellow team, feel free to go into where they're posted in the nutrition info sharing thread and comment as much as you like and share your own information because that's what it's all about. So the pre week leading up to our week one of the challenge, we talked about having a healthy breakfast. Now essentially it's about getting a good protein source, a good fiber source, a good quality starch, some fruit, and whatever else you can to make it happen. Breakfast needs to be had within at least 1 hour of you waking up because that's what constitutes a breakfast. The whole point of having it there is your body has been in a fasting mode for such amount of time. So you need to wake it up and you need to say, hey, I'm here, I'm alive for the day, and I'm ready to eat. By doing that, you're kickstarting your metabolism. You're saying to your body, I'm ready to go, and you're fueling it for that part of the day. Many people who skip breakfast usually end up gaining a lot of weight, and it causes nothing but pain. Take it from somebody who knows. I was a breakfast skipper for a long time, and I know the value of a good breakfast. You know, the average person, female to male, the average female will probably get between 400 and 500 calories a day for breakfast. The average male probably between 4 to 650 calories, depending. You need to speak with your own health professional to determine what a good number is for you. Spark People has tools to determine that. You can speak with a dietitian, a registered nutritionist, or a health professional to determine what a good number of calories is. Your best thing is to find good quality starch choices that include high amounts of fiber and protein, because the fiber is going to help with you to maintain your fullness for a longer period of time. It's also going to help keep you regular. The protein is going to help with building muscles, and it's also going to help convert some of that into muscle mass and others into energy. And of course, by having the carbs and by having the fruit, you're getting a lot of good nutrients from the fruit and from a lot of the other things, like vitamins and minerals, that your body just doesn't produce naturally. Breakfast is probably the most important meal of the day. And if there's one meal of the day I don't want to see you skip, it's breakfast. So make sure to get out there, have a good source of protein, a good source of fiber, some fruits, even veg if you can, some good quality starches, some dairy, and run with it. So week one we talked about fiber. Fiber is one of the coolest things ever. Basically, a carbohydrate starts essentially as a monosaccharide. It means one carbohydrate molecule. Now, the simplest form of carbohydrate is called glucose. Glucose itself is a simple one type molecule that comes in every form of food that informs energy. Something like ham is not, or chicken will not have carbohydrates because it's considered a protein. But anything with any form of glucose in it will be called a carbohydrate. So essentially, if you take a glucose molecule and you combine it with another type of basic molecule, like fructose, glucose, or galactose, you've then created a disaccharide, which is two molecules. So glucose and glucose together form malt sugar, or maltose. Glucose and galactose form lactose, or milk sugar. So that's why your dairy products, like your milks and your yogurts and your soy milks, are all considered carbohydrates. They're dairy, but they are also a carbohydrate on top of being a protein. Yes! Then you have glucose and fructose, which combine together to make simple table sugar. After that, if you add more and more molecules, you have an oligosaccharide, or if you go into the tens and the thousands and the millions, you have a polysaccharide, which is multiples. Now, the way that these molecules make themselves up and the way that the chains run, whether it comes out like an octopus, like branches, or whether it's a long, windy chain, determines whether they are digestible like a starch, or whether they're non-digestible like a fiber. Now, fiber is basically, um, it has to do with the plants and the cells of the plants that become the fiber. Now, fiber itself is really important for your body. It helps to keep you regular. It helps to lessen the impact of glucose in the body. It helps to sustain the impact of food, so it keeps you fuller longer. It has so many health benefits, it's not even funny. And fiber is one of the key nutrients your body needs in a day. When we talk about carbohydrates, we would prefer that you pick complex carbohydrates, which are starch or non-starch carbohydrates that have a good fiber or fiber and protein source in them. Choosing breads and bagels and wraps and things like fruits that are a high fiber source is a lot better than choosing a high sugar ice cream and cupcakes and donuts and pop and sugary juices, which are doing nothing for your body. Because again, as I've always been saying lately, your body is not a garbage can. Stop treating it like one. And when you put garbage in your body, you're treating yourself like a garbage can. And you might as well just go find a dumpster somewhere, because clearly you don't care about yourself. Everyone's like, oh, but I have to treat myself once in a while. The fact is, you are treating yourself by doing something good. And instead of having a glass of Coke, you could have a glass of red wine that probably has a lot more health benefits than the dumb Coke that's doing nothing but causing your sugar to jump really high and has no nutritional value whatsoever. Look at the item you're about to have. Is it nutritionally viable? If there's no nutritional value, why are you eating it? It's probably because it's an emotional reason. And that's where you got to dig into your emotions, deal with them first, and then tackle the food issue. Now, for week 1, we talked about getting fiber every day of the week, and we had a lot of people that were able to do that. It's as simple as choosing high fiber choices or finding supplements that can balance out the fiber. A lot of fruits and vegetables contain more fiber than you would think, so definitely take a look at that. Second week, we did fruits and vegetables, and there's so many benefits. Each color of fruits and vegetables and each type of fruits and vegetables all have their own different health benefits. So essentially, by getting a variety of colors and fruits and vegetables into your diet, you're getting all the different nutrients you need. Leafy greens are probably the best source of super nutrients, because leafy greens have the most nutrients and vitamins and minerals your body needs of any type of vegetable or fruit in food color. A lot of fruits especially are really high in antioxidants, especially the berries. Bananas are great for potassium, and a lot of fruits have really good fiber sources. Just one serving of fruit, easily of a banana, can give you 4.5 grams of the fiber source you need for your day and a very high source of potassium. You've got carrots that are beta carotene, which is great for your eyesight, and so many different types. And spinach, my God, spinach, kale, um, great sources of all types of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that your body needs, essential nutrients that your body cannot produce naturally. So definitely look into that. Um, the dietary recommendations in Canada and the US generally vary a little bit, but essentially you have to look at the age and the gender of the person to determine what you should need. The minimum that everyone tries to get at least is 5 servings a day. Try to shoot for that. If you can't do any more, try to shoot for 5. That's the least we ask. And it's fruits and veggies together. What they try to do is they would prefer you to get 2 servings of fruits and 3 servings of vegetables. Try to make 1 serving orange. Try to make 1 serving green and 1 serving of other. And when we mean green, we're talking as dark a green as you can go, honey. And for fruits, try to get 1 serving of berries, and the other fruit could be a standardized fruit, like apples or bananas or oranges. Something of the citrus variety, or a banana or an apple. If you want to add, say, a tropical fruit or something a bit extra, add that as an additional source to make it 6 or more servings. So fruits and vegetables are pretty explanatory. You can find all types of information on what nutritional value comes from each one online, definitely check it out. The third week, which is where we are now, is our sodium week. Essentially, anyone on a 2,000 calorie a day diet is expected to have no more than 2,400 milligrams of sodium per day. That's the standard. The minimum you should be getting in is 1,500 milligrams per day. Is the lowest amount that they would want you to have. A lot of sodium produces a natural iodine in there that really is good for your body, and that's what is the reason why you want it. But the fact is, a lot of processed foods have added salt and sodium in there, and a lot of it has the iodine taken out. By stripping it of the iodine, you've basically taken out most of its nutritional value, but your body still needs the salt. By having too much, it's causing you to get bloated, it's causing you to retain water, and you're not losing the weight like you should. Also, high sodium levels are linked to high blood pressure, which is basically hypertension, so you have to be careful about that. Especially for people like me who are diabetic, high blood pressure levels indicate an increase in blood sugar levels, and they also lead to issues with heart health. When you're dealing with an issue like diabetes or any major autoimmune disorder, you have to realize that everything's interconnected. So by monitoring your blood sugars, by monitoring your heart health, by lowering your hemoglobin A1C number, and by watching your salt level intake and your blood pressure, that's just a few puzzles of the piece to maintaining good health. So it's all about monitoring your salt intake. It could be as simple as taking the salt shaker off the table and not using that. It could be as simple of, instead of adding salt, like a pinch like you would, you might cut it to half a pinch. And it could be as simple as using garlic, or using thyme, or basil, or oregano, or dill, or any number of spices or combinations instead of the salt. That will help. It's as simple as looking at the nutritional information when you're in the store and when you're out to eat to know how much sodium is in a lot of the food, in the foods you're eating, and to make sure you're not going over 25% or 15% when you're in the store, 25% when you're eating out, and to make sure that the products you're buying have less than 700 milligrams of sodium per serving. So that's essentially it for now. I will update you with the next couple weeks as we get into them. Make sure you check out the nutrition sharing thread on our team's thread if you're a Yellow Team member. If not, I try to post a lot of stuff in blog form, so definitely look into that, read what you need to know, and take away from that. And I hope to enjoy you with more videos on nutrition information. So other than that, I would like to say good night. Have a great night, and thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the boards. Bye.